Hi guys, I'm going live. This is probably nonsense, but something told me to do it. I don't know. Um, it's probably nonsense, but I want to talk about um, what the world and Christians, especially, but the world is mostly Christians, lol, um, say out of their mouth is important, and what they really show is important by their actions. And I also want to talk about the acronym FUCK, which is where we get the word fuck. Okay, and if this video gets for only 18 over, that's fine. At least I put it out. Um, Christians, like, they go to church and they act like salvation is the thing, but if they have a hot girl with them, don't look at my girl. Well, then sex is really the thing. There's a saying that Shakespeare used: "He doth protest too much." Usually that refers to saying one thing but protesting against something else that is what you really mean and believe in. Christians mainly believe in sex, and sex is what's important, and also money. Um, but that's the same two things that are important to politicians who are on the evil side of things, and even worldly people that aren't even politicians or religion Christians. Everybody knows that what matters in this life is sex and money. Um, if I go to church and talk about and I'm supposed to be acting like I'm there because salvation is important, but I've got a hot girl that no one's allowed to look at, then what I'm really saying is I say salvation is the issue, but the real issue is don't look at my girl. So therefore, what I really care about is sex, not God. And so I'm not being hypocritical, me myself, by saying that I love sex, and that is what I really like. At least I'm upfront about it. At least I'm transparent about it, and I don't care so much about going to heaven or hell, if that even exists. LOL. I'm interested in I like sex in this life, and if I'm supposed to give up sex, which the Christians say to do but don't do by because they show how important sex is by don't look at my wife, uh, for just some hope of salvation, which may not even exist, and even if it does exist, I may not even ever get it. I may go to hell no matter what I do, if there even is a hell. And if there's not a hell, it doesn't matter if then I don't have to give up sex for that reason either, because there's no hell to go to. And the acronym FUCK shows also that even in pagan times, I mean, the ancient times when there was a monarchy, you weren't allowed to have sex unless the king allowed it. So sex was important then too. People regulated sex, and the way the term FUCK came about was in monarchies and ancient cultures. If you weren't allowed to have sex wantonly. Maybe if you were married, I don't know the whole detail, but if you wanted to have wanton sex with someone, you had to get permission of the king. Otherwise, I guess, well, I don't know what they do to you, kill you, I don't know. But the acronym FUCK literally means, or meant, or both, fornication under consent of the king. In other words, you had to have consent of the king to have sex, of just because you want to have sex. Okay, so and money is closely tied to sex. I mean, the sex is the main thing, but money is a good way to get sex, because if you have a lot of money, girls want you. And also, if you have a girlfriend, you have to support her and help her, and that takes money anyway. So they also guard their money, and Christians guard their money as much as anybody else in this world. You go to church, Christians don't want to give you $1 in church any more than the person on the street wants to give you $1 out of church, or even any more than a politician wants to give you $1 while they're campaigning for office. I love you guys. Peace, rock and roll.